Well, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Happy 2022. This is my first video of the new year. I took a little break after Vlogmas. It wasn't very long, but I'm feeling good, feeling refreshed, ready to get back into filming some videos and really figure out where I want to take my channel this year. So with that being said, I ended up making a vision board. This was the first year that I've ever made one. Usually every year I just kind of make a list of things that I want to do that year or goals that I have. Not really so much resolutions, but just little attainable things that I can change in my day-to-day life that I know I can achieve, or like that I know I kind of have control over. So I am going to put my vision board somewhere in this video for you guys to see, but I did write down all of my goals that are on there, and I'm gonna walk through those with you guys, just talk about them a little bit, maybe give you some inspiration for goals that you have for the new year. But definitely suggest making a vision board, writing down kind of how you want your year to look. I just think it's really helpful, gives you something to look forward to, especially with how life has been here lately. I feel like things are pretty negative and doom and gloom all the time, but I have some really fun stuff planned for this year for YouTube, just my life in general. I'm very excited. I am determined to make 2022 a good year. So I am gonna go ahead and get into what I put on my vision board. So the first thing I have on my list is new experiences, and I kind of want to apply this in like all aspects of my life this year. That's kind of my theme for 2022. I want to travel a lot. Kyle and I want to take a lot more little trips, go and see things we've never seen before. We really want to go out west. I want to go to Antelope Canyon, and we want to go to a lot of the national parks. Kyle wants to go and golf in different places, so we're gonna try to make that work, do more experiences and less material things. I feel like everybody kind of has that goal, but we really would like to go and just see some more sights, do some more things. Also with cooking, I want to try some new things, make some things I've never made before. I have never made a pie, so that's a new thing that I want to do, or just like classic meals, things that I'm kind of intimidated to make or intimidated to eat or prepare. I want to do that. New experiences in life in general. I had my nose pierced once before, and I've been kind of playing with the idea of maybe doing that again. So just all around new experiences this year is what I'm going for. So the next thing on my list is probably one of the most exciting goals I have on my vision board, and it is to take a beekeeping class. I do have plans to take one in the spring. It's an in-person class. Kyle's grandma and grandpa actually gave me a pamphlet to go and take it. It's like $40. You go for 4 hours on a weekend. They give you a whole meal, teach you pretty much everything you need to know. You get to go and actually experience it. So very excited about that. A lot of the beekeeping classes that I've seen are online, and I wanted something that was like tangible because I'm a very like kinesthetic learner, very visual learner, have to see, have to do to understand it. So I'm very excited about that. Also, I just want to go and make sure that's something that I actually want to do and something that's attainable for me. We do have kind of a limited space to work with here for bees, even though I just want 1 or 2 hives. Just have to see if that's gonna work for us, but very, very excited, especially with our garden. I just love all things that have to do with that. I love being outside. So just something that's very exciting for me, probably not exciting or relatable for anybody else, but that is one thing I'm very excited for this year. Next one is something, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I've already been working on this, but this is something that like I want to do this year, and it is make sourdough. I want to make it from scratch. I want to be able to keep making it, make different things with it. So I had previously made a sourdough starter, and it was going good, and I ended up getting to a point where I wasn't needing to use it, and I just felt like I was being wasteful. So I put it in my fridge to keep it, and it ended up molding. I had to throw it out, so I had to start all over, back from square one, and that one didn't end up rising at all. And then Vlogmas came along, so I didn't get to finish it at all. So that is something that I really want to start up really soon. Actually, I am planning to start a whole bread making series on my YouTube, but I will get into that a little bit later. I just want to make a ton of bread, figure out different ways to use a sourdough starter, but I kind of want to bring you guys along through that whole journey of making sourdough. I've already posted a video about that. I will link it down below if you guys are interested in seeing it. It was a big fail. I did everything wrong that you could do with making sourdough, but that's how you learn. I feel like if you don't do it and you don't practice, you won't know what to do different next time. So that is a goal this year for me. Another grandma goal is to make some sourdough bread. The next one, again, has to do with gardening and grandma things. I feel like these are a lot of like cottagecore goals, a lot of cottagecore ideas, but I want to have a raised bed. Kyle and I really enjoyed having our first garden last year. We're already planning to expand it this year, and we want to do a raised bed to kind of have like a little practice area for things that we want to grow in the future before we actually plant them in our big garden. I want to try to grow some leeks. I want to try to grow some carrots, and certain things just do better in a raised bed, a more controlled environment. So there's just a few things that I have an idea of growing in there. So we are going to try and build one of those hopefully this spring to raise a little bit of different things in there. Very, very excited. The next one, this is one that I tried to do last year and I miserably failed at, and it is read before bed every night instead of being on my phone. And this is such a hard thing because, especially now, being a mom, I'm not on my phone a ton throughout the day because I'm working and just taking care of James and doing all the other stuff I have to do during the day. So before bed is really the only time I get to catch up on things on my phone. So I really, really want to try to read a book before bed. Right now, I just started The Seeds of Change. My dad told me pretty much my whole life that is a book that I really should read, and especially with getting into gardening and just how much I'm kind of interested in growing things and planting things. I decided that was a book that I definitely wanted to read this year. So my sister-in-law got it for me for Christmas, and I'm very, very excited to get more into it. So that is another goal, is to read before bed, be on my phone less, and just kind of take that time at night to disconnect and be away from social media and all of that stuff for a little bit. The next one, this one is one of those things that's like not really a resolution, but something I don't know how is really going to turn out. So it is to genuinely grow my channel. YouTube and Instagram and social media in general for me is something that I just do for fun. I do as a creative outlet. I never went into YouTube or Instagram or anything like with the intention of making money. I have a really small channel right now. Obviously, I don't have a big following on Instagram, and that is okay with me for where I'm at. I just kind of post when I want, post what I like. And if people want to follow, they can. And if not, that's okay too. But my goal is to genuinely grow and try to be relatable, because what I found with certain influencers or like big YouTubers or big influencers is that they're not super relatable, and they don't live in normal sized houses or like, I feel like do normal things. There are definitely some people like that. I follow a ton of people that I can relate to, but a lot of people I've kind of had to unfollow or just like not play the comparison game. And I want people to relate to that and know that it's okay to live a simple life, and you don't have to compare yourself to other people who have these unattainable goals. I think it's great that they are successful in what they are doing and what they do, but I also want to know that it's okay not to have all of those things. The next one I kind of already covered a little bit. It goes along with new experiences, but it is cooking new recipes. So like I said before, I had never made a pie from scratch. I don't think I've ever made a pie at all, even with like store-bought pie crust. So I want to try to make like an apple pie or a peach pie, something super classic like that. I just think it would be so fun. I've seen a lot of things on TikTok, surprisingly, of like people making the cute little toppers, like you can weave them like with the pie crust people do all kinds of different cute little things, just like with sourdough when they cut all the little designs into the top. I think that is so pretty. So cooking new recipes, definitely on my list. I want to do a lot more cooking videos in general. I think that's kind of the direction I am going to take my channel this year, is cooking and gardening and just sharing like homemaking things, because that is my life. That is the easiest to film day to day. It's something I really enjoy. And I feel like the art of homemaking is kind of going away a little bit, but it's something that I really enjoy and something that's really fun for me, very therapeutic. So my next goal is to spend time with family. We've had a lot of loss in my family the past few years, and it's really put into perspective just spending more quality time with just not my immediate family, but others in my family that I don't really see a lot anymore. So I want to try to make an effort to do more of that, and in my immediate family in general, because working from home, having a work-life balance is kind of hard because they kind of just mesh together once you work from home. My whole day is just kind of juggling, like spending time with Jamie, making sure all of my work is done, keeping up the house. So I just want to try to make time and carve out time, whether it's in the evening or on the weekends, just to do certain things, like having dinner with my family, having dinner with Kyle's family, like doing things with my sisters and my nieces and nephews, just little things like that. I just hope to pursue more interactions as much as I can. So my last goal is a very common goal that I feel like people have every year, but it is to exercise weekly, move my body every week. And this was something that I couldn't really do last year, or didn't really do, I should say. I was pregnant for most of the year and wasn't exercising prior to pregnancy. So I did a few things here and there, like I would do yoga and stretching and some like prenatal workouts. And I would walk almost twice a day, every day when I could, especially towards the end, because I was just trying to get that baby out to help my back from hurting, because walking was like the only thing that would help my back. But I really want to focus on eating better and just moving my body, exercising, not even to lose weight or attain like a certain body type, just to feel good about myself, be in shape, put good things in my body, do good things for my body. So that is a big goal this year, something that Kyle and I both feel like we've kind of pushed to the wayside just because we are young. But after having a baby and just having kind of a new perspective on things, health is something that I really want to make a priority this year. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. It was probably a little bit of a longer one, more of a chatty one, but I just wanted to regroup, kind of let you guys know my year at a glance, give you some inspiration for some New Year's goals if you're needing one for yourself. Also, leave your New Year's goals in the comments below. I love hearing other people's. Sometimes I get inspiration from other people's New Year's goals and apply them to my life the best way that I can. So like I said before, I want to take my channel more into cooking and lifestyle and homemaking. So if you like those type of things, please consider subscribing to my channel. I will leave all my social media linked down below for you guys if you want to follow me on there. I really like interacting with you guys, talking to you. I post on my story a lot, do a lot of little polls and do some cooking, some recipes on there, just a little bit of everything. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.